Hello, welcome. This is Oneindia News. I am Akash with Avinash and bringing you the match preview of the final of the ICC Champions Trophy 2017, India versus Pakistan. Nobody believed it would be happening.
Nobody would have predicted about India-Pakistan in the final.
Exactly.
Except for Ramiz Raja. He was the one who was bang on in his prediction.
Right.
Perhaps he knew the Pakistani team better than anybody in the world.
Exactly. So that was the main, and of course, many people were a little bit disappointed with the first encounter between both of these teams in the match, and they thought that it was not a balanced competition.
You see, Pakistan-India matches have never been balanced. It has, when it comes to ICC tournaments, except for the two occasions where Pakistan defeated India, India has always had the upper hand on the Pakistanis.
Right.
And India has registered a convincing win against Pakistan. This has been the case ever since these two arch rivals started clashing with each other in the in the ICC tournaments since 1992.
Right.
So it's nothing of a surprise that the Indians have an upper hand, perhaps because of the reason that they are good at absorbing pressure than their Pakistani counterparts.
Absolutely correct. So that is one thing that we actually saw in that match, where the Pakistani fielders or Pakistani batsmen or Pakistani bowlers, they were not able to take in the pressure as well as what the Indian players were doing.
Yes, obviously.
So the maturity is still lacking for the Pakistani players, but of course, despite of that fact, they have played tremendously well in this Champions Trophy, and that is why they are in the finals.
Obviously.
So if we talk about both the teams, Avinash, who do you pick as your favorite, irrespective of the fact that, let's not talk about that, emotions flying high over here.
You see, when you judge both the teams on paper and their performances, both the teams have performed very well.
Right.
I mean, India, they were the favorites. They performed like defending champions. And Pakistan, they weren't the overwhelming favorites.
Right.
Nobody predicted them, like we said. But the way they turned themselves around after that defeat against India, full credit to them.
Absolutely.
I mean, they deserve to be in the finals because the kind of cricket they played in the last 10 days.
Absolutely.
So, full credit to them. And we hope that both these teams play some good cricket, entertain us and the audiences in the arena.
Absolutely.
All over the world, in fact, so that we get to see our nail-biting encounter.
Absolutely.
That is all I can say, because predicting who's going to win or who's going to lose is not an easy task.
Absolutely. Now the pressure is not only on the Pakistani team, but also one individual in the Indian cricket team. That is the new captain, Virat Kohli. He has to emulate what Mahendra Singh Dhoni did in the T20 World Cup, because that was his first as a captain, first ICC win. So the pressure is on Virat Kohli. How do you think he would cope up with this pressure, and do you think he will take this pressure onto the field?
I don't think so. I mean, looking at the way Virat Kohli performed and led the side in this tournament, there's never been the case that he was feeling pressure. Obviously, there was a case, we got a glimpse of pressure coming on his face when India were out of sorts against Sri Lanka, because Sri Lankan batsmen were batting very well. They were not feeling any kind of pressure, troubling Indian bowlers. So that was the match where I felt there's some amount of pressure on the Indian captain.
Right.
Apart from that match, there hasn't been any pressure on Kohli. I mean, and same will be the case with him, because I think he will be taking this match as just another game.
Right.
However, it's a final, and it's a final of finals.
Absolutely, it is.
But still, given the conditions, given the kind of atmosphere he has in the dressing room and the experience of MS Dhoni and Anil Kumble,
right.
I don't feel that he will feel the pressure the way a new captain should have felt.
Right. So I think Virat Kohli will be playing as he has said over the period of the course of Champions Trophy, a boring game.
Yes, India. he would want his team to play the boring kind of game, because playing boring means India wins the match.
Absolutely. Boring means that you stick to the plan, you don't deviate from it, and you just go out, perform tremendously well, and have a good match. That is what India is planning to do. As far as Pakistan is concerned, now what would be going into the psyche of Sarfaraz because of the fact that he has they had a bad patch in the start of the Champions Trophy, and then they played tremendously well. Now he has, it is for the very first time that Pakistan has even made to the finals of the Champions Trophy.
Yes.
So what would be going inside the mind of this Pakistani cricketer?
Same thing that we have to win it at any cost.
Right.
We need to set a statement in front of the entire world that we are still a good side, and irrespective of the controversies and the fixing scandals cropping up every now and then,
right,
we are a good side, and we know how to win matches, we know how to perform, we know how to defeat a side like India or South Africa or England, who are the overwhelming favorites of the tournaments.
Right.
So they will be here to playing to make a statement and to lift up the morale of the country, which is not going through good phase at the moment. So yes, they will play for the hopes and aspirations of their countrymen and their people. And if they win this match, it will be a great boost to the Pakistani cricket.
Right. And of course, Imran Khan has given a very crucial input to Sarfaraz. He has told that even if you come out and win the toss, then you should not allow India to come out and bat first.
Yes.
So what do you have to think about that? Because he has said a very right thing, that Pakistan is riding on a double-edged sword right now. Even if they let India, come out and bat first, then when they come and are bat later in the second innings, then the pressure is on them because they are keeping a look at the scoreboard. And of course, as Indian bowling is right now, so the run rate will keep on cropping up.
Obviously.
And if they do the other thing around, then also, because the Pakistani bowling, they have a good bowling side, but the thing is that the Indian batting is currently at the top position. So it is kind of a dilemma for Sarfaraz.
Obviously, there will be. I mean, not only for Sarfaraz, even it will be a little bit of dilemma for the Indian side as well. But yes, I would also want Pakistan to set a target against India, bat first. Reason being, you know what your pacers are capable of.
Exactly.
And if you put a certain amount of run on the board, then you will be able to set the target that yes, we are going to, sticking to this plan, and we are going to restrict the Indians within this target.
Right.
Because in the last match that Pakistan played against India,
right,
they were defeated while chasing.
Right.
Even in the 2007 final, T20 final, they were defeated chasing. Irrespective of the fact that Misbah-ul-Haq was in a good form,
right,
he was hitting bowlers like anything, and he could have turned the match around for the Pakistanis had he not been caught behind by Sreesanth. So yes, there was a certain amount of pressure, and Pakistan, I somewhere down the line feel that they are not good at chasing.
Right. So chasing, it would be a problem. So batting first would be a good option for Pakistan. And of course, Virat Kohli will be thinking the same, or Virat Kohli will be like the same, that I don't care what the toss comes out.
No. Virat Kohli would be sticking to his plan of first asking the team to bat first. Then they'll want to restrict them and then chase this match, whatever the target comes out in front of the way.
Right. So that is going to be the thing. Let's talk about the pitch as we conclude this thing. What do you think? The pitch has been slow, and it has been complained in the previous match also by Ian Morgan that the pitch was a little bit slow, and
yes,
it was a used pitch. So what do you think that this? Do you think that the ICC would be preparing a new pitch, or they would revamp the pitch?
I think they will be giving a new pitch. I mean, an unplayed pitch for this final match.
Right.
But still, even if they provide you a better pitch than the last one, or a pitch that hasn't played a single match, the pitch is going to become slower and slower as the match progresses. Exactly. Or it is going to remain the same, slower same throughout the match.
Right.
It is going to be a slow pitch. The ball will not come up easily on the bat. It will come slow. The bowlers will have to make some extra effort to give some bounce,
right,
and generate an extra amount of pace, so that the batsmen get troubled by their paces. If there are conditions overcast, then it will certainly help the Pakistani bowlers, because they're very good at swinging, especially Mohammad Amir and Junaid Khan.
Right. So that is the thing. The pitch would be slow, but yeah, the trouble could be made by the Pakistani bowlers as far as India is concerned. And of course, India also have a fair share of the good seamers who can trouble the Pakistani batsmen. So this was the match preview for the final of the ICC Champions Trophy 2017. What do you think? Who will win this match, and what would be your prediction for the score? Don't forget to comment in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to Oneindia News YouTube channel. Thank you, Avinash, very much for coming in.
Thank you.